So this is on screen at the minute. A very common scenario which I've seen throughout the industry and not just in the construction sector, you'll be pleased to hear. So it's essentially a team will win a large project with some sort of data and specifications behind it. And then this information then needs to go out to several other teams and stakeholders who are actually going to complete the work. Those teams you'll generally find will have multiple sub-teams within them. And maybe even sub-teams within those again. And they're all likely going to be using a different software or a different version of the same software. They might have different formats. Often they might be using different versions of files. And for them, integrating their work is going to create great difficulty and be really time consuming. So, of course, what we're going to talk to you about today is there is a better way we could do this. So this is where we think 3DEXPERIENCE comes in. So before I talk to you about the nitty-gritty of Delmia and the benefits behind that, just to give you a brief overview of 3DEXPERIENCE. So some of the key things you need to understand for this is we're talking about using one source of data. That is a big driver for this, where the latest data is available throughout the business at all times, and there is a data history there if you need it to as well. So essentially what we're going to do as a process for the site is we're going to bring in the construction site data, whether that's from Revit or SolidWorks or any other software. We bring that into the platform and connect it, so that's updating constantly and it's always available for whoever needs it. From that, we're going to essentially do our process plan and do our 4D build-up. From the 4D build-up, this is where we're going to start to allocate equipment, so things like cranes and pump trucks and things like that. And then at this point, we can start to do the real special stuff within 3DEXPERIENCE Delmia of starting to do some of the great simulations, which we're going to show you a little bit later in this presentation. So what does that mean for that image you saw before? So we've gone from a fairly messy system, I think, to a much more cleaner solution here, where we have 3DEXPERIENCE in the middle, and what we have there is we can pull in data from loads of different sources if we need. So if people are working in Revit or things like that, we can connect that into one platform, which always has the data there for anyone to use and if they need it. So you can have your structural team, your MEP team, your architectural team all working, maybe they're working separately on their 4D plans or their data, but as the structure is updated, that's instantly available for the architectural team and MEP team to see those updates. There's no import and export there. And then it's not just 3D as well, we're talking 4D too. And that's where we start to get to really interesting stuff, where you can very easily actually synchronize your plans between structural, MEP, architectural, and create what we're kind of coining this on-site digital twin, where you get a true digital version of how this thing should be built. And from that, hopefully start to see these new opportunities for further enhancement and optimization.